She lived to 110. Here's her secret to happiness. Reaching the age of 110 is an extraordinary feat. Few people achieve this milestone, and those who do often leave behind a legacy of wisdom, resilience, and happiness. One such person was Margaret Lawson, a woman who defied the odds and lived a long, fulfilling life. Her secret: a simple yet profound philosophy rooted in gratitude, love, and purpose. Margaret was born in 1913 in a small countryside town. She witnessed a century of change, wars, technological advancements, and social transformations. Despite the hardships of the Great Depression and the challenges of World War II, she maintained a remarkably positive outlook. Happiness isn't something you find, she often said. It's something you create every day. Her journey was not without struggles. She lost loved ones, faced financial difficulties, and experienced moments of doubt. Yet she always found a way to keep moving forward. She believed in the power of small joys: a cup of tea in the morning, the warmth of the sun on her face, a kind word from a stranger. For Margaret, happiness was not about wealth or status, but about finding beauty in everyday moments. One of the key aspects of her long and happy life was her attitude toward change. While many people fear aging and the unknown, Margaret embraced them. She often said that change was a sign of life, a reminder that nothing stays the same forever. Instead of resisting it, she adapted and found ways to grow. She learned new skills, made new friends, and stayed engaged with the world around her. She also practiced gratitude every day. She kept a small notebook where she wrote down 3 things she was grateful for, no matter how small. Some days it was as simple as a good night's sleep or a beautiful sunset. This habit kept her mind focused on the positives and helped her navigate difficult times with grace. She understood the importance of strong relationships. Loneliness was never an issue for her because she nurtured deep connections with family, friends, and even strangers. She believed that happiness was not meant to be experienced alone, but shared with others. Margaret made it a habit to check in on loved ones, write letters, and always make time for meaningful conversations. Even in her later years, she maintained an active social life, proving that human connection is a key ingredient to a long and fulfilling life. Another significant factor in her happiness was her approach to health. Unlike many who obsess over diets and trends, Margaret followed a simple philosophy: moderation and consistency. She ate fresh, home-cooked meals, stayed active by taking daily walks, and never let stress consume her. She often said that worrying too much only aged people faster, and she refused to let negativity control her thoughts. Her sense of humor also played a major role in her well-being. Margaret never took life too seriously. She laughed often, told jokes, and found joy in the little absurdities of life. Even when faced with hardship, she found a reason to smile. She believed that a light heart made the burdens of life easier to carry. Margaret also had a strong sense of purpose. She continued to contribute to her community well into her 90s, volunteering at local charities and mentoring young people. She believed that staying useful and having a reason to get out of bed every morning kept her young. She often said that the secret to never feeling old was to keep learning, keep giving, and never stop dreaming. Even in her final years, Margaret never lost her sense of wonder. She woke up each day with gratitude and curiosity, always eager to learn something new. She read books, listened to music, and stayed informed about the world. She refused to let age define her capabilities, proving that a youthful spirit is not about numbers but about mindset. One of the most inspiring things about Margaret was her ability to let go of regrets. She understood that dwelling on the past only drained energy from the present. Instead of carrying guilt or resentment, she forgave easily, both herself and others. She often said that holding on to anger was like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. This mindset allowed her to live lightly, free from the emotional burdens that weighed so many others down. Margaret's story is a testament to the fact that happiness is not found in wealth, fame, or perfect circumstances, but in simple choices made every day. She chose to focus on gratitude rather than complaints, connection rather than isolation, and joy rather than bitterness. She believed that life, no matter how long or short, should be lived with an open heart and an open mind. Her legacy lives on, not just in the memories of those who knew her, but in the wisdom she left behind. She showed that a long life is not just about years, but about how those years are lived. With kindness, laughter, and an appreciation for every moment, Margaret Lawson's secret to happiness is one that anyone can embrace.